Hello, everyone. My name is Jessica, and you have reached the Two Sticks and String podcast. Hi, welcome. Hello. Welcome to any new viewers. I am so glad that you're here today, and welcome back to any returning viewers. I love to see your comments every single episode. It makes me really happy that you are enjoying what I'm creating, and I love to see what you guys create too. So, first things first, if you want to get in touch with me, you can find me on Instagram as Armywifeknittinglife or Armywifeknittinglife D-Stash, but I haven't uploaded anything in there in a while, but there is still some goodies to be found. And there's also Ravelry, which is Armywifeknitlife, or there is our Ravelry group, the Two Sticks and String podcast. Just look for Petrillo the Owl. He's at the beginning of every single episode, so you'll know what he looks like, and you'll know you're in the right spot. Things going on. We have the Color Your Stash 2022 cal. This month is August, so the color is gray. I love gray. I am well known for saying gray goes with everything. And so gray is a really easy color to use when you have a color that you're afraid of using by itself. And so it can just make things not quite so scary. It tones down, but it can also enhance or make things stand out more. Like, I think a gray with a very saturated jewel tone is a beautiful thing because it highlights the beauty of the color, whereas gray can tone down something that is a little too bright if you're not a fan. So I love neutrals for that reason. Gray is my favorite of the neutrals because green is my actual favorite color. We all know this. All right, let's get started, shall we? I do have some finished objects, and I will show them now. Number one, this is the Astronomy tower. I did a heavy, deep dive search onto Nomadic Yarn's Instagram profile to find the name of this colorway. It is Astronomy tower. I knit all of my socks the same. I will tell you the formula as we get to the works in progress because I have a sock on the needles. Spoiler alert. Haha, shocker, right? I know. These are my Knitting Left sock blockers. They were a gift from Honeybee Knits a few years back for Christmas. It has my name, which was the name of the podcast at the time, but I've since changed, and it has my tagline of "Do What Makes Your Heart Sing." For me, it's Two Sticks and String, and it has owls because owls are my absolute favorite animal that people know. My other one is an okapi, and not a lot of people know that one, so owls are an easy answer for favorite. And I collect owls because, I mean, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's a few baby ones in that little bin. Yeah, I have a lot of owls because when I was in college, I was in a sorority called Chi Omega, and Chi Omega's mascot is the owl. So when you're given things from your sisters for initiation and everything, you get owls. It's what you do. And so I now adore owls, even though I'm not an active member of Chi-O anymore, but you get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, second finished object. My DVD socks for the month. Woo, 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 woo. 8 months down, 4 pairs left. That's all. I'm excited because, y'all, I know I'm known as a sock knitting queen. It's a title I accept. But I'm feeling a little burnt out on socks lately. But I keep knitting them just because it's something simple that I don't have to think about. And they're travel friendly. So if you have a mindless knit that you love and that's travel friendly, please put it in the comments below because I need something that's not socks. And some of my other projects have been really helpful for it. So I'm not always doing socks, but when in doubt, it's the first thing I cast on just because I don't have brain space to think of other things. So let me know your favorites. But yes, this is Desert Vista Dye Works in their Zean base, which means it sparkles. excuse me, and it is the Star Spangled colorway. It's not Star Spangled Banner. I'm going a little too Army Wife there. It's been a day, y'all, okay? It's been a day. My last finish object, as Bella cleans herself in the background, is, you guys saw this? It's my Ripple bralette. It is so comfy. It was a great knit, so fast. I literally knit this in like 3 days. This is knit in Hawaii Bazaar Yarn Co. in the Eris colorway. I used 1 1/4 skeins of DK weight in the 3X size. So, I mean, it is a great pattern. I actually even knitted a little longer than I needed to. I need to cut that end still, but it has been woven in, you guys. Like, oh my goodness. But I love how the colors just kind of pool in this nice little stripe. And it was so simple. If you want to see a picture of it, I will not be trying it on for y'all, but there is a picture of it on my Ravelry projects page. So if you have interest, you can go check it out there. It's not a friendly, just throw it on kind of thing. If I do definitely want to make it again, as you'll see in a little bit, but I really enjoyed it. It was fun. It's comfortable. My only thing is that I know I lengthened it a little bit, but knowing I am a chestier person, more heavily endowed, things hang lower than they would on someone that is not as endowed. We're trying to keep it family friendly here. And so I wish this was just like a 1/2 inch longer. It would just give me a little more comfort that it's sitting flat on my body. And it does sit flat, but I want that little extra bit of wiggle room, you know? Okay. That's all I have for finished objects. I would say 3 isn't bad considering it's been about 3 weeks since I was on. I do have 4 whips though. I technically had 5, but I frogged one. I was not liking how it was working up, and it was not the yarn's fault. It was just the wrong pattern for the yarn. All right, so first off, this is the big one, and I've made some good progress on this. I just need to sit down and buckle up and finish it. This is my Fuzzy Soft Moo Moo Cow blanket. I know, so exciting to look at. Black. This is Bralette blanket in black, and I'm knitting it on Knit Pro Zings on a US 11. I do have that stitch marker is a cow from Simply Serving. I also have it as a progress keeper. I'll show you the progress keeper because it's easier to show. The only difference is that, well, that's the progress keeper. I'm going to show you the stitch marker. The only difference is the clasp. So, there we go. Isn't it so cute? It's a cow cupcake. The little things make me very happy. I'm not difficult to please, I promise. That's the big one. I have knit about 104 rows on it so far. I just don't enjoy working on it at all. I don't like working with that yarn, but I did promise my former boss that I would get it done. All the other parts are complete. I just need to sew them on after finishing the blanket portion. And I need to duplicate stitch some spots on, and it'll be complete. So I need to buckle down. I think what I'm going to try and do is just on a weekend, sit down for an hour, get some rows on it done. Because I'd like to add about 15 more, and then I can do the border and start stitching. So hopefully I should be able to get it done in like 2 hours, but I don't know. I just need to buckle down and do it. Anyways, I've said that 7 times. So let's move on. Next whip, I guess we'll go with this one. I told you guys, I love my Ripple Bralette DK, which is by Jessie May Designs. I said, I could totally make this in a fingering weight. And then I remembered I have some leftover fingering weight yarn from when I knit my boxy by Joji Locatelli. And I have like 2 3/4 of a skein left. So I was like, this is perfect. I don't even have to cake up any yarn. I have it ready to go. And then I was looking through and I could actually just do the Ripple Camisole. And I am all for that. So I'm making the Ripple Camisole. This is Hawaii Bazaar Yarn Co. in the Singularity colorway. I call it the VT on Ravelry because Singularity is a song by BTS's The. Oh my goodness. Did you really think we were going to get a whole episode without BTS? Really? Let's think about that. Of course there's going to be BTS because I love cross-stitch, K-pop, cats, knitting, crochet. These are the things. So, VT, Singularity, is one of his solo songs on the Love Yourself album, and I like it. I love the colorway even more, though. And so on top of the yarn being Hawaii Bazaar, also all but one of the stitch markers are Hawaii Bazaar. That is the Bangtan BTS logo. Then we have Tata, the red heart guy, from BT21 because he's the character that Taeyong V created. Then we have Chimmy, which is the one that Jimin created because Jimin is his best friend. The Tata tracks daily progress. Chimmy tracks weekly progress. So I last took a picture of this on Sunday and did all of this. And so I just haven't moved him yet because I don't like to have him right in the same spot. So next time I start to work on him, I'll move Tata up. And then this is V Taeyong from the Centex Kpop store. So yeah, I'm also knitting the 3X in this. Again, the pattern is by Jessie May Designs. She is great at making size inclusive patterns, and typically we'll have like a spreadsheet or a lot of helpful information to know for us bigger people before we tackle one of her patterns. She includes videos for tricky techniques, and her writing is just really clear. So I like it. I have a few more inches to go before I start to work on the front. Right now it's just the body. I like to have a longer camisole, so that's what I'm doing. My next work in progress is a sock, and I told y'all I would tell you my sock recipe. Very simple. 27 stitches on each sock. I knit toe up concurrently. So I have this one, and then I will be knitting the next one. And then, so I always do a Fish Lips Kiss Heel as well. The yarn for this is Nomadic Yarns Letters to Santa. This is a leftover from last year. I had knit a pair for my Aunt Tracy for Christmas. And this is going to be for my friend Alicia because I'm going to visit her for Thanksgiving is the plan. If my husband's field trip has started already. I don't know yet. So I'm not 100% sure, but just in case, she's going to have a nice box of socks. For the heel and cuff, I am using this Knit Pick Stroll. I could not tell you the color. It's been a long time, and I didn't save my ball bands yet. But it's going to be, because I was stupid. I did not weigh my ball before I started my sock, and so I wasn't sure how much yarn I had left. And I figured if I do this for heel and cuff, I don't have to worry. So that's what I am doing. I knit these on size 1 to 1.5, just depends on whatever is available. And I like the Knit Pro Carbons because they just move nicely. My final whip that is yarn related, I currently have a love-hate relationship with. I absolutely love the look. I love getting to use the yarn, and I adore the yarn, but the 1x1 color work on it has caused my finger to bruise. so I can't really knit on it right now. I have to buy a thimble in order to work on this. This is the SeaGlass Tee, and I'll put who it's by down here in the bottom because I can't think right off the top of my head right now. But it doesn't look like much right now, I know. This is a top-down sweater, so this is my neck. Well, this is the back of it. 1 second. Okay, this is the back. So, this is what I'll be wearing, like right here. It starts off with a solid dose of my universe. All of the yarn in this sweater is from my BTS wrap line. Again, more BTS. I know, shocker, shocker, I know. All of the yarn in this is left over from that project. I am really trying to focus on using up skeins in my stash because they're all BTS and they're all beautiful and they need to be used and appreciated. And so this is a nice way of subtle fandom. I'm knitting this on a 16-inch Chow size 4. Yeah. And I have Corinne Hawaii Bazaar's Shiny RJ, which was the BT21 character created by Jin. So all of this is just leftovers randomly switched out. So far I know I have used Butterfly, Permission to Dance, Not Today, Fire, My Universe, Interlude Shadow, Fake Love, and Serendipity. And I've used On as well. I have pulled out also Butter and Black Swan to use, and I have the rest of that bin there to use as well. I'm not completely using every single skein yet. I'm just trying to make sure that every color is in here at least a few times. So we're making progress. We're not perfect yet, but we're making progress. Okay. With that, there is a cross-stitch related update. I was so proud of myself, you guys. So proud. Because I'd pulled out my Under the Sea from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I had this fish done last time, and so I've added this wave, these two fish, the bubbles, of course, and the start of the stingray. I was looking at it, and my stingray wasn't lining up correctly, and I was curious, so I was looking at my pattern again. These two fish here should be up here, right there, because this fish is where I've placed this fish. So this one should be up here, this one should be over here. Yeah, so I now have to rip it all out, but I did want to show you guys, I did work on something cross-stitch related for once. It just didn't end how it was supposed to. So, two fish, a stingray, and a wave are all coming out. It'll be done when it gets done. That's all I can say. I was determined. I said, you know what? I have this 2-week period before school starts. Let me give it a go. Let me see what I can catch up to. And I was a little smug, saying, oh yeah, I'm almost done with Clue 2. I've got this, no problem. Problem. Big problem. But so now that I've shown you guys, I can rip it out and retry. And so with that, we are at the life update section. I don't have any stash to show because I'm trying to not buy, y'all. So that's nice. I do have some coming in probably next month because I won skeins from Desert Vista Dye Works. So they will be on their way. Well, it will be on its way. I've only earned the one so far. I'll get 2 others at the end of the year. But that should be coming next month. So until then, no stash acquisitions. I will be looking to purchase probably in October a few friends and I, Tyra and Doc Firewoman, aka my friend Deborah, and I are wanting to all cast on the Adventurous cardigan duster from Hohi Locatelli, and that would be like our New Year, New Start thing. So I want to start looking for the yarn. I have an idea of what I want, but I want to just wait until October, make sure that it's still what I really want before I order it, because it is a big project with a lot of yarn, and I want to make sure I'm going to enjoy the yarn the whole time. Other than that, I officially start school tomorrow with in-person classes. I know I told y'all that I had finished school almost last session. I believe I think I did tell you guys that I ended up both classes with having a 97%. So if I didn't, hooray, surprise! If I did, you already knew this. So I had a little bit of a break before new classes started. Both of those were online, and they were asynchronous, meaning that I could do the homework whenever there wasn't like a set class meeting time where we'd go all in Zoom and chat. None of that. I had no interaction with any of my classmates, or teachers, other than the one time I needed to inform a professor that we didn't have access to one of the videos that he had wanted us to do an assignment on. So I mean, I was technically in school, but it didn't really feel like it yet. But I do start in-person classes tomorrow, and I am excited, also nervous though. I'm a little anxious. I'm acknowledging that now, just because it has been a long time, and I'm really excited, but just anxiety gets in the way too. So I don't know when I will record next. I know that we're supposed to go to Curry Beach at the end of the month at some point, which would probably be the most likely time to record. Otherwise, it'll be beginning of September, which is totally doable as well. I believe next month's color, next month is brown, just in case I don't get to record again before September starts. And I'm not making any promises for things, just because it is the first time I've been in school since in 10 years, and so I don't want to overwhelm or overpromise anything. I hope to at least have, well, definitely have the socks done before I record next. I plan to have the ripple camisole done. SeaGlass Tee is going to be a slow process, so probably not it, but we shall see what happens. Hopefully after 2 weeks I'll know kind of what life is going to be like with classes. So until then, oh, also, yesterday, these girls here had a birthday. They turned 2. My babies. They were so small. What happened? Bella is the white kitty here, and Berlin is the house panther that you can sometimes see slinking in the background of videos. They are litter mates, sisters, and a bonding pair. And I am the nerd. I celebrated their birthday yesterday. They got new feather toys that they love, and they had some really good wet food and wet treats, which they don't get very often, but it's their birthday. They're 2. They're grown women. They can be spoiled if they want. But that is all that I have for today. So until next time, do what makes your heart sing. For me, it's 2 sticks and string. See ya!